Hello and welcome to a quick video look at the three different Batman Hush figures you see in front of you. We got the Batman Hush suit in the black version, a Catwoman figure, as well as a Superman figure. A while ago I did review the blue Batman figure as well, and right off the bat I'm going to say that these figures are actually identical, which is, I'm not going to go too much detail into the black suit one. However, this one comes with a different stand instead of the Bruce Wayne head. So if you want the Bruce Wayne head, you need the blue suit. If you want that nice gargoyle or grotesque stand, you need the black one. But of course all of us are going to want the black one, but a lot of us also really want the Bruce Wayne head. So Mafex, you could have just upped the price just a little bit and put the Bruce Wayne head in here too. Well, quick look at the box showing you all these figures posing and stuff. The Batman one is a bit bigger than the other two boxes because he comes with that giant stand you'll see in a moment in the back of the box. And I do like the coloring and styling of these boxes for these figures because a lot of Mafex figures do look a little bit cheap at times. And just a side note here, in the end I did Batman v Superman Batsuit from Mafex. I had the Justice League version of the SH Figure Art, the SH Figure Arts version of the Justice League suit, but there's a lot of problems with that, and this one just looks so much better. A long time ago I did review the Mafex Wonder Woman for the original Wonder Woman movie. A long time ago I did review Mafex's first release of that Wonder Woman figure, and that wasn't very good at all, but that Batman figure I just put in front of you is very good. I'm not going to review that, but you know, if you want the Batman figure, it's not too expensive, unlike some Cyborg or Flash for example, so you probably want to pick that up if you like this Batsuit. But the Mafex one is probably one of the best ones you can get. Alright, opening it up. Yep, we got a Batman image on the back just like the other one. We have this tray here which holds this gargoyle stand, and of course everything else is just held on the front here. I really hate it when it just clips so much and everything just flies over the place when you're opening it. So aside from the fists already attached to the Batman figure, we also have a pair of grapple gun holding hands. The grapple gun are not on their own. We have some fists here which we have some cape holding hands here. They're like fists, but they have a little looser grip for the thumb. We have a pair of somewhat trigger-ish holding hands, relaxed hands, hands with some batarangs inside them, and spray open relaxed hands. We have the grapple hook in short form for the grapple gun itself, as well as in long form. This is just a hard piece of metal, so you're not really supposed to bend it. We have calm face, face, and two different batarangs here, and two of each of these different batarangs in the corner. And we also have two of each of these batarangs, which is nice. The stand itself here is a corner of a rooftop, and you know, it's done quite well. It's painted quite nicely. It looks pretty good. It's from one of that famous Jim Lee paintings of Superman and Batman, if you've ever seen it, so that's pretty cool. It's got a hole there for your standard Mafex stand, so you just plug that in, and there you go. And then you have this. You can either have Batman standing right there, or I've posed him before in a sort of more dynamic sort of cape flying pose or gliding pose. Okay, so inside the Superman packet we have Superman himself, two fists that come on his body. For me, I've attached his cape holding hands, just like the Batman hands, on his body. He's got these grippy hands, relaxed hands, and flying flat hands. He also has this Batman hand with a little kryptonite ring on it for punching him. And he also has these kryptonite poison ivy effects to go around his neck and arms as well. And he has an angry laser eye effect. For Catwoman, apart from the relaxed hands on her body, she also has a pair of fists, a pair of whip holding hands, a pair of pointing hands, scratchy hands, and spray open kind of relaxed hands. She has a blank expression, goggles up blank expression, and a more angry face right there, and all of the goggles are transparent plastic and you can see the eyes quite well. She has also swappable tummy area for when she has the whip on or whip off, depending on how you're displaying her, and the whip itself. I'm going to go more into that in a moment. Both of these figures come with the standard Mafex stand, which are quite useful. The piece that comes with her is made out of softish plastic, but instead of making it like a wire or an actual bendable piece, instead they've segmented this into different parts of the whip. You can see that you actually pull it apart, and there's a circular joint there, which and you can rotate to create different shapes. Let me just plug that back in there. Okay, these do feel a little bit on the fragile side. These do feel a little bit on the fragile side, but you see it's really soft. It's not going to break, and you know, if you want to pose it in a different way, you just unplug it. And then you rotate that and see it's already got a different shape, so that's interesting, I guess. Not sure what I would have preferred it to maybe have an actual string piece or wire piece as an extra accessory, maybe depending on what poses you want to do, or some of the other figures that they've done is just they had a set shape, which is also okay, but what they've done here is interesting. I need to you know, get used to it. And yeah, this kryptonite ring hand finger that comes with Superman, it's for the blue Batman. If you plug it on the black one, it doesn't look quite right. So could have come with 2 hands, one black, one blue. Would have been nice, Mafex? Yes? No? Oh, never mind. Time to take a close look at these figures. You can see that these two really are exactly identical, down to the cape shape, and maybe some people might have some annoyance with the cape. I have a little bit too. It's just a little bit annoying just around the collar, but overall you can do some really dynamic poses with this. And the cape, of course, as many have said, is a little bit too on the long side, because you see it drapes past his feet. Again, I'm okay with that too, because there's the wires down there in the middle of the cape as well, and you can really do really dynamic poses. Would have been nicer if we can swap a cape for something a bit shorter, or even if they don't come with an extra piece of cape, something for us to do ourselves. Yeah, that would have been nice, I guess, but I guess it's up to customizers and whatever. So mine actually has a bit of a paint niggle on the top of the forehead somewhere, and my blue one, the blue doesn't paint quite well around the cowl edges, but this one seems to have a better paint job, better QC than the blue one, so that's good. In terms of articulation, you can look down, look back, look sideways, like sideways. The Bat logo is very sharp and printed on there very nicely. The overall aesthetics, I mean, it's very simple, but all the muscles on there and maybe some of the shading all look pretty nice as well. Here's a quick look at the back of the body. See, yep, continues the muscling and stuff. And this belt there is glued onto the back, when on the front it goes up and down. But I'm glad it is glued somewhere, because I don't want this to go up his stomach and all. I like it to be positioned, you know, correctly. So it's good that it does that, but also gets out the way when you need it to be. So in terms of articulation, his head, it's exactly the same as the blue one, forward, sideways, sideways. So it's good. Body goes very far back when there's a big gap there. Far forward, actually gets... Definitely want to move the top joint first and move it down, because it does get caught a little bit. Hands go up, down, full rotation, rotation here. Goes forward and back just a little bit with that butterfly joint, but just a little bit. What I don't like about these figures is that this muscle here does push the arms out, like he can't push his hands together, which is a little bit annoying for certain poses. Double elbow joint, that's quite good. Peg and swivel for the hands, and leg can come down just a little bit, forward, back, sideways. So can he do a rider kick? Yes, he can. Double knee joint, foot goes down, toe up, foot up, and then rotating joint there, so that's good. You see, even just messing around with articulation, his cape is starting to spray open, like, yeah, I need to display and stuff. Ooh. On this gauntlet, made out of a softish material, so no stabby there. Next up, I have the Superman figure. I like the little hair twirl down here. That's pretty cool. The logo is printed quite nicely. The boots are also printed quite nicely. You know, at first I'm trying to like see how much of this is just a reuse of the Batman sculpt, but I don't think any of it actually is. Like, they probably took the Batman figure and did digitally resculpt, but the actual final molded piece is ever so slightly different from the Batman figures. There's just hints of muscle lining that's slightly different. There's a lining on the boot that's a little bit different. The underwear, of course, you have this belt that's permanently molded onto it. It's not a separate piece. So everything is just a tiny bit different compared to the Batman parts. So yeah, I really like the logo. It's on the back. This is really cool. I like it when Superman figures do that. So many omit this detail. This is, I want to see it, you know? Let's go look at the back of the Superman figure. Anyway, so his cape's shorter, much easier to handle. It is Superman after all. He doesn't, you know, rely on a giant cape like Batman, but and the colors of the suit are also really sharp and nice and detailed. This is the classic Superman. If you have the Christopher Reeves like a Superman head, it can fit on here quite nice, and it wouldn't look out of place. But of course, one thing I do hate about this figure, the same as the Batman one, is that his arms, they go out too far. They don't go in because of the muscle structure, and this butterfly joint actually doesn't do too much. I mean, it's a little bit, I guess, doesn't hide the cap or anything, so I just wish this muscle bit just could go in just a little bit more. Oh well. So in terms of articulation, very similar to Batman, the double neck joint, down, sideways, rotation in there, and you got this butterfly joint there, arm goes up. This joint is very loose. Mafex, with your old problems again. At least it's not just falling off. Is it gonna affect articulation a bit? Well, no, it's not falling, I guess. So, oh well. Yeah, must still look a little bit weird here. I always believe that Superman should be just a tad bit smaller than Batman, because his muscle is more dense than like humans and stuff. He doesn't need to be as big as it were. So, oh, that's tight again. That's good. Double elbow joint, peg and swivel for the hand, so that's good. Torso goes very far back, so really good for flying poses. Far forward, sideways, yeah. So unlike the Superman figure, it only has 2 wires on the back of the capes, whereas this Batman one has a lot more. wires in the middle. And my joint for this leg's a little bit on the tight side, so yep, I'm definitely gonna have to put some oil in there to smoothen it. Leg goes sideways, double knee joint. Foot goes up, back, toe joint, and sideways. So that's Superman. Moving on to Catwoman. You hear some sounds of beads my cat's playing with a little ball. So Catwoman, she looks really good. I'm gonna zoom in on her head there because the head here with the eyes, that looks really nice. The silver painting on the goggles, the brown strap, that all looks pretty good. The rest of the suit is mostly just black, but there's you know, hints of lining and cutting everywhere that makes it less boring. The gloves have a more matte finish, and so the boots as well, some gray. So they try to add color where they can, but the overall aesthetic of the design is, well, it's gonna be mostly black. So yeah, I mean, a little bit maybe boring compared to some other ones, but hey, she's a cat blogger. She needs to be in a black suit, as it were. I have no problems with this figure whatsoever, and I like this look of the figure. So that's pretty good. Definitely better than that stupid movie Catwoman Dark Knight Rises suit. What the hell even was that? Anyway, so double neck joint for her, a little male chain thing there. Double neck joint for her, even though it's a small neck, so that's good. A lot of movement for the head. She does have butterfly joints as well, and this one actually works really well. You can see how far her shoulders move. Arms go up, down, rotating joint here, rotating here, and double elbow joint. Is that stuck? That feels a bit stuck. Oh, let me just move the other one. No, not as far as it'll go. Peg and swivel for the hand. So torso goes, whoa! So you can do really cool, like sort of Catwoman jumps through the air from building to building. That's a very good movement. Leg goes up very far, more so than the other two, the guys. Leg sideways, sideways. Slight rotation in the joint there, just a little bit. That double knee joint is very good too. Foot, boots go up a little bit. Sideways, a little bit sideways, so her posability is really good. Overall, I really like these figures. They translate the Jim Lee art style very nice into plastic in three-dimensional form. The articulation of these are pretty good. The paint jobs and quality control on these are decent enough. Aside from a few nitpicks here and there, these are the definitive 112 version of these characters. I have pre-ordered Joker, Hush/Red Hood, as well as some of the other figures from Mafex, so I look forward to them as they seem to be improving from their previous releases quite a lot. There's still some of them Mafex issues with some of the loose or tight joints, but overall it's a lot better than it is in the past. At least nothing is breaking on me, so yay. So guys, just comment below, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.